Welcome to Real Brave Live. My name is Dan, and today we are celebrating Pete Townshend's 75th birthday. He's officially 30 years older than me. And we're going to go through the top 10 Who songs. The Who?
The Who?
The Who? The top 10 Who songs of all time, according to thetop10s.com, which is apparently a user-based voting, whatever that means. We'll find that out in a second. Real Brave is a music studio. We have an online classroom where you can log in and take lessons with us. It's quite fantastic. It beats Zoom and any of these other things. We developed it. Plus, it has a whole list of things where you can learn how to play your favorite instrument. It's goal-based learning. It's Practice Pad, and Real Brave is the only place that has it. You can get lessons with a Real Brave instructor, like this guy over here playing guitar, Kevin. And today, we are talking about The Who. Kevin, how are you today here on
Real Brave Live?
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah. I really like this one.
Oh, that's not, what is that?
That is a sus chord.
Yeah, but with the G and the C and the...
It's like an F over G, so it's like
And the
F, A, C with a G and a bass.
Neat.
Or you can think of it in terms of G with the dominant 7th, the 9th, and the sus 4, but it's easier to say G sus.
Great. Everybody just jumped off a cliff.
Right.
Okay, so today, The Who. We've discussed The Who.
Yeah.
We don't like The Who, collectively. We don't listen to The Who.
I mean, right.
The Who?
Right. And Pete Townshend, if you're watching, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to who? Happy birthday, dear Pete Townshend. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, you didn't do like a...
And many more.
There it is.
There it is.
Because that makes it seem like he's going to live longer.
Yeah, because it is a dominant 7th chord, which has strong leading tone tendency to the 4 chord.
Yeah. Thank you, Kevin, for that analysis. So number 10 on the list, I Can't Explain, which is funny because I can't explain this song at all.
So this song to me, I was reading some articles about The Who, and they were part of that British invasion. They were maybe on the tail end of it, kind of later, but everybody thinks about the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, even the Kinks.
Who?
But The Who. Yes, also from the Great Britain. Mm-hmm. And this song, what's it called again?
I Can't Explain.
I Can't Explain. It's really got that 60s sound. Like you could play it to me and I could say, "Ooh, that sounds like."
It sounds like the 60s.
It sounds like early. It sounds like early Beatles.
Sounds like beads in front of your door, walking in.
Right.
Some sort of feather in your hair.
Yep.
And a peyote, probably.
I don't think.
Doesn't
Britain,
sound like peyote.
That's like the American Southwest, I think, more.
That's true.
But tea.
Sounds like tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earl Grey.
This is very English.
Yeah.
I Can't Explain. Jimmy Page played rhythm guitar in the background for the track.
I did not know that.
Now you do.
Wow.
And also on other songs from the B-sided Bald-Headed Woman.
Okay.
The song's a brilliant pop vignette that captures the very essence of what rock and roll means to millions of people. Pete Townshend has described the song to be about a guy who, he writes a lot of the lyrics, who can't tell his girlfriend he loves her because he's taken too many tablets of dextrose, whatever that is. Is that like cough syrup? Dexedrine?
Dexedrine?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's an amphetamine, sorry.
Okay.
Which explains why he's dizzy in the head in the lyrics of the song.
Yeah. Sure.
So the top 10 has this as number 10. This is probably one of the ones that I don't know at all. It was on their compilation Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy.
Okay.
As well as the album. So anything else you want to say about that?
No.
Before we go into the rest of them, the folks that I've played with in the past, my buds, have described The Who
bros
as my bros.
Yeah.
Have described The Who as fantastic musicians.
Yeah. I will absolutely agree with that. While not like a fan or a Who head, as they're maybe known in some circles, I'm not sure.
Ooh, yeah, there's no way I could put that together with another word.
While not like a huge fan, like whenever I hear them, I do appreciate their immense musicianship, technically and conceptually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got John Entwistle on the bass.
Right.
Fantastic bassist.
It was in My Generation's a very famous bass solo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I don't know if it's on this list. I don't know. No spoilers.
We can't spoil it. We've got Mr. Keith Moon,
Yes.
which I will go ahead and say, who tragically died early, too young, way too young, and Robert Barbie. Robert Barbie is the lead singer.
Right. Robert Barbie.
My mouth takes like 10 minutes to warm up.
So last week you had on your computer, your Mac helped you pronounce the names of all the people we were talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Let's do it again.
I wasn't going to suggest that, but I was just pointing it out.
Robert Barbie?
I was going to ask, is that why?
Every once in a while, my brain is too far ahead of my mouth.
Yeah. I have the opposite problem.
Yeah, here we go again.
My mouth runs
Assuming
without
that
me
our
thinking.
microphones are working this week.
Roger Daltrey.
Here we go.
Daltrey, okay.
Robert Baldwin.
Roger Daltrey.
You could do it in British too, like we did last
We
week,
should, yeah.
which is the same thing except it's 3,000 miles.
Roger Daltrey.
Roger Daltrey. So yeah, that's
There it is.
that's that. I can't explain. Number 10. Number 9. Eminence and
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep.
It's so there's these top 10. What I like about the top 10 list, especially when it comes to a specific band, is that it really shows a lot of versatility in sound, and because number 10
Eminence.
sounds way different from number 9, Eminescency.
Yeah, it's to me this sounds like it's 1982. It's past the untimely passing of the drummer.
Yeah.
And they've got Kenny Jones on the drums, but to me it sounds a little bit like Pink Floyd.
Yeah, it's got that. That kind of thing.
Something like that.
Yeah. I forget how the groove was, but those are the notes.
I thought you were playing that today.
I just restrung it, and it's going to constantly go out of tune.
This is true. The Who's 1982 album, It's Hard, is not one of the band's favorites. I can tell, because I don't think it sounds that great. But, I mean, after all that time, all those quote-unquote hits, this song has continued to be a part of The Who's live shows, and with good reason. Pete Townsend has penned many of the tunes that are on this list.
Yeah.
It's catchy, danceable, and funkier than most of the Who songs. Most of the Who songs are like driving, just relentless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is more laid back, but syncopated in that funk fashion, which kind of makes it sound like Pink Floyd that we've heard.
Yeah.
I like that.
The song criticizes the excess of the wealthy, including stockbrokers who worked on the other people's monies.
Which is ironic because by this point in time,
Got a lot of money.
millionaires.
The irony of the rich folk complaining about other rich folk is just too much for me to handle. I can't handle it. I don't like to talk about it. It makes me makes me itchy.
Right.
So that's number 9. And number 8, I Could See for Miles.
Okay.
This is probably one of the first songs I've ever heard. I remember it was on a commercial when I was younger. It was like in a Delta commercial. And they licensed it. For
Delta Airlines?
Delta Airlines.
Wow.
Or like American Airlines or like one of those airlines. Bob's Airlines and Salad Bar.
All right, yeah.
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 The Who's only top 10 single in the United States, I Could See for Miles, brilliantly demonstrates the band performing, according to thetop10s.com. Roger Daltrey's menacing vocals, Pete Townsend's ominous guitar, and John Entwistle's counterpoint bass come together with Townsend's amazing writing to create this masterpiece.
Yeah.
I Can See for Miles, which is what year? Do we know that? I got it. I'm almost there.
71. No, 67. This is an early one.
I don't have it. I thought I had it.
67.
And there's a thing with a lot of these songs. The lyrics are actually a big part of their music too. Like when you think about the Beatles, the lyrics really aren't a big part of it. It's just like sometimes it's a bunch of nonsense words put together.
Yeah.
So of the time.
Obladi.
Yeah, I think what?
Obladi.
Obladi. Oblada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
Everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey. Yeah, lyrics are often lost on me. I'm not listening.
You're not a lyric guy.
I'm not typically listening to music for the lyrics. I feel like the music should speak for itself. That being said,
There's meaning behind everything.
That being said, there's certain Bob Dylan, for example, Simon and Garfunkel, they're poets, set to music.
So you can listen to them and be like, "This is good lyrics."
Yeah.
But you can't really see outside of that and listen to songs for their lyricness.
I mean, I can.
Lyricability?
It's just that's not the main focus for me. It's rarely the main focus for me. When the musicianship is this good. But Bob Dylan, he would just play chords. He would just, all the times
He's known for his lyrics.
Right, yeah.
He's by far known more for his lyrics than his guitar playing and singing.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's what I listen to. That's what I listen for when I listen to Bob Dylan.
I thought you were saying you were listening to the music.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But Simon and Garfunkel, for example, that's some mastery songwriting.
Yes.
There.
No funk though.
Not a lot. You listen to the '86 Central Park album. They got some electric
Garfunkel
piano.
got some funk in it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never listened to it. I Could See for Miles. So Townsend wrote this song, Mr. 75-year-old. 76, how old is he?
75.
75. Wrote this shortly after meeting his future wife, Karen.
Wow.
Who he immediately hated thereafter.
Oh.
Just like every other Karen.
Oh, ouch. Not every other Karen. Karen Marcus, if you're watching.
Yeah, you are watching, you know it.
Keep up that ukulele playing.
It was a reminder that even though he was on the road, according to thetop10s.com, he could still keep an eye on her from miles away. Isn't that nice?
It's kind of it's a little, keep an eye on her from miles away.
It's a little creepy.
Reminds me of, is that The Police?
Every Breath You Take?
Watching you.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, if you watched the show last week, was one of the first albums I was given.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah. The song was inspired by jealousy and suspicion that would well up inside of him when he left to tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, relationships kind of, they can merge all sorts of feelings together and create jealousy. You're a jealous guy.
No, I'm not. But
you've told me in passing.
No, I haven't. For the record.
Down the hallway, he just mentioned to me passively, I'm a jealous guy. I'm like,
I said that without any prompt. Interesting.
I don't know if you're talking to me, you're talking to somebody else.
I was probably just talking to myself about just jealous.
John Lennon song, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
That I was singing, but very monotone. What were we talking about?
We're talking about I Can See for Miles, number 8.
I had a great thought about this, but
it's a little creepy.
If you're a rock star going on tour, who really should be the worried one in that relationship?
Yeah. The insurance company.
Yes. Yeah, and not your lawyers though.
Not your lawyers.
Your lawyers they're waiting.
Back in the height of all of this stuff, all the rock and roll, the rock star, I would say the woman at home would have a problem, be the most worried about what's happening.
I would agree, although I cannot directly speak to that. I would just surmise that, if my paramour or spouse were a world-famous rock star, and not even just world-famous musician, rock
star
specifically.
But from this era, we're not talking in this era, because I don't understand anything that's happening right now. But 30 years, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, this era, it was I would be worried.
I don't know.
You're leaving for where?
Yeah.
You're leaving for 3 months and we're married. Can we have a prenup?
Yeah.
No?
Right.
Okay.
So good. I every time I hear you do a British accent, I want to jump in and kind of do that too, but I would embarrass myself.
Thousands of people, or maybe tens of people, are just turned off by my British accent, especially in the UK.
Yeah.
Tens of people.
If you're watching from Britain.
They watch. I know they watch because I see the numbers.
Oh, wow.
Facebook.
We can see
Townsend-
you for miles.
I could see you from where you are, Johnny, in the kitchen. Townsend's guitar was overdubbed in the studio. They rarely played this live because it was impossible to recreate the sound with that one guitar. That's interesting. Townsend is a prolific guitarist. Strumming was one of the main things I think that he brought, like a really powerful strum.
And one of its most famous examples of that would be on our next example, I think. Or be on our next song on the list.
Yeah, number 7, Pinball Wizard.
Right in the opening of that song. Oh, I forget.
But it's the way that he does it. Yeah. How many nails I've broken trying to do that? That kind of like, yeah. 'Cause especially when you're like, the windmill thing especially. You ever try to do that?
Yeah, no.
Oh, that hurts.
No,
You get that wrong?
I've done this thing on stage before where I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I'm getting up there, but I've done it.
Did you see Tommy?
No.
We're not big Who fans. I don't know if you've gathered that by now. It's not that there's anything wrong with that. There's plenty of Who fans out there that could take over for us.
Yeah,
Not that I
there's-
don't think they're bad,
There's enough.
but when I listen to the Who, or am I like, yeah, no, except for one song. Pinball Wizard is part of the album Tommy, the first rock opera. So they're groundbreaking in the sense that,
Was it the first? When did The Wall come
according
out?
to this paper,
When was The Wall? That's late 70s.
that was no, that was later.
Oh, okay. 83.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Greg.
Greg knows his stuff back here.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. We're joined live by a studio audience today. If you're wondering who I'm talking to off camera.
a live single studio audience. 1969.
The Wall was 1969?
Nope.
Tommy was 1969.
Tommy was released on May 17, 1969.
Oh, okay. So that paved the way for the likes of The Wall.
The Wall's 79.
You were wrong, friend.
Ooh,
You
Greg.
can no longer sit here.
You were
You're
doing
four-
doing so good.
Might have been the movie was in the early 80s.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
We famously need fact checking on this broadcast.
Yep.
So.
Feel free to comment below and say anything you want. I don't care anymore. The most popular song from the Who's Timeless Concept album. This is actually a late addition to the rock opera. Townsend was advised that the first version of Tommy was too relentless and needed something to lighten it up. And thus this classic song was born. A piece from the classical composer Henry Purcell influenced Townsend for this song. Constant Sense of Motion. For this Pinball Wizard. Really? I gotta listen to it really quick.
He sure plays a mean pinball. Na, 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 na,
Can't.
na.
Ah! Shh. Oh yeah, that part. That part is what they're talking about.
Claimed. Blocked.
What that?
Claimed. Blocked. Podcast deleted.
Ah.
It was 1 second, but it's a minor chord. Something like that. Yeah.
So,
And then no more suspended to the A. No. All right, forget it. Yeah, that's what it is.
spot on.
Okay. So, Tommy is a young man, or the rock opera Tommy is about a young man who is, I don't know if I can say that in the air, and becomes a pinball champion and gains hordes of adoring fans. He
You can
is
say-
blind,
Yeah. Oh.
but it's described in a way that I don't think I'll probably get canceled.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh. The 3 Ds, per se. We had this conversation last night in my household
That's
about
not gonna
cancel.
that's
being
not going to
canceled.
get you. It's in the lyrics of the song. He was hearing impaired. He was visually impaired, and he's
Oh, that's what they said. That's the lyrics of the song.
yeah.
They were so ahead of their time in 1969.
I'm not going to try it. But he was differently abled.
Differently abled. We had this conversation last night about this, the cancel generation. And there's a point to which where actually recently comedians have come out and said, like, what's the future of comedy if you can't look in the mirror and laugh at yourself anymore? Because there's a point where like people are taking some things way too seriously. Obviously, this is outdated. I'm not going to say that because, I do feel for people.
Yeah. Empathy is an important trait.
I just don't know what to do because like I should be able to say that and not feel bad about it.
What?
It's the 3Ds.
Discovery, development, and documentation.
Which, if you've been following, is one of the pinnacle foundational parts of the Real Brave method.
Yes.
And they were talking about that in the song.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it? Should I whisper it off camera?
Well, I know what you're talking about, and I think just the one of the D's is talking to somebody who can't speak.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because deaf and blind. Wait. Blind starts with a B.
Yeah, the three D's and a B.
Oh.
The 2 D's and a B.
2 D's and a B. So deaf and blind are, this is defined words.
Yeah.
The third one, I would have had no second thought about it, but now that you bring it up,
Uh-huh.
we should probably just cut tape and retire.
Yeah.
Resign.
We should resign.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody'd be okay with that. Number 6, Love Reign Over Me.
Okay, rain over me, right?
Yep. Famously, Eddie Vedder loves this tune. Covered it a bunch of times.
Yeah. Pearl Jam.
Does it justice. He also does one of the other songs that are on here. Pearl Jam, huge fans of The Who. Okay. Daltrey could be guilty of going overboard with the vocals. He's said many a time he's lost his voice. He screams too much. And that's where Vedder gets the from.
Oh, okay.
Is that style. But and then he brings the to it.
The lot of R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaws famously locked.
Right.
It's a perfect example of the man knowing how to rock with emotions without getting too excessive, according to this website.
Let's talk about excess, and let's talk about vocalists, and let's talk about Brian Johnson of AC/DC.
Let's talk about him.
Brian Johnson, if you're watching, stop. Please.
You have a problem with it.
I just have such a big problem with I don't have a problem with screaming. Like, I'll listen to metal and screamo.
Well, Daltrey screams.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with Daltrey because he actually, does it in a way that doesn't hurt my spine.
Okay.
But something about
You just don't like that upper region.
I can just
Can't do it.
It's just so. And for that matter, Geddy Lee.
Yeah, I'm not a big Geddy Lee fan. And they're another band known for their lyrics, and like people go insane over it and all the meaning behind it, and I don't know. As soon as I hear him sing, it's like,
I didn't mean to just come off as critical just now, but I know I can be openly critical because nobody's watching.
A couple thousand people watch. People think that Quadrophenia is the best album of all time.
Yeah, and there's merit to that. It's been covered by many bands in live settings for, like, say, for example, a Halloween musical costume, where like a band would play an entire album by another band. It's kind of a novel idea, but it happens sometimes on Halloween by one band in particular does that. They've done Quadrophenia, they've done Dark Side, they've done White Album, they've done the Martian, the Mars people, Spiders
Mars
from Mars.
Volta?
Spiders from Mars.
Spiders from Mars.
Z.
Are you talking about one band from the East Coast?
Yeah, the New England, kind of in the mountains.
Yeah. Did you just recently purchase tickets for?
Yes, I purchased 4 tickets for 2 nights.
To a specific show?
Atlantic City at the beach venue, August 15, 16, 14, 15, sometime in August. It's The Fish from Vermont.
So you're saying that they've done a bunch of themed shows.
Yeah, so
covering
every year on Halloween,
Okay.
they'll do like one regular set, and then their second set will be what they call a musical costume, where they learn and perform an entire famous album by another band.
That's kinda cool.
Quadrophenia is one of them, and they do it justice, I think.
I'll be the judge of that.
They've done Talking Heads, they've done Quadrophenia, they've done
Talking Heads.
yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah,
Talking Heads, another band. I don't understand.
yeah. No, they're a little out there too. Funky though.
Very funky. Kevin wants me to go to the show.
Yes.
And I've told him that I'm not going to take a rain check, but I need to double check to make sure that I can make it.
Right. And so far, you have confirmed the first 2 weeks of August are out.
But the Sunday
The Sunday the 15th
could be in play.
could be in play.
Yeah. Depends on if we're coming back or not.
Like, period.
Yeah, I might have to jump out of an airplane
Yeah.
onto a beach.
Yeah. Parasail down right onto the
Just like
Atlantic
I
City
did in
beach
Okinawa.
venue. Yeah.
Just like it.
Okay. Wow.
How old am I?
But Quadrophenia is a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5. Who are you? What's the deal with the name of the band? Is it like a play on words? Like, what's the name of the band? The Who.
I think
No.
it's a pretty, like, in its time it was a pretty good name for the band, because that's probably exactly
probably
how they
what it
came
was.
up. Oh, that's pretty catchy there.
Yeah, what's the name of the band? It's the Who. The Who?
The Who?
The Who.
Who's on first?
You are messing with me.
Yeah, yeah. Are you having a laugh?
What are you doing?
You having a giggle, mate?
We have a history on that, Maddie?
Yeah, says that Townsley and his roommate spent a night considering names, and they wanted it to be like a joke announcement, and other names were No One and The Group and The Hair, but his roommate liked The Who because it had a punch to it.
Okay.
The Group, I think the band came after The Group. But I do see it being a joke name. I had a friend.
I would hope so.
Yeah. I had a friend who was in a band named Free Beer.
Oh, they did that, huh?
Yeah. So
Nice.
that when they're
One of many.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
When they went up on the venue at a bar, so free beer, people come and are just immediately disappointed. But
Immediately disappointed by the music and the fact there's no beer.
the fact that beer is $5 a glass.
Yeah, being in a band, we obsessed over band names, so much so it was bad.
How many band names have you gone through?
1, 2.
Oh, you gotta say them as you
3.
as you do.
The first band was Absolute Certainty.
Okay.
Second band was.
Did you ever have like guest performers in that band, like so that they could say like, "Oh
No.
yeah, I'm playing tonight with absolute certainty."
No.
Oh man.
No.
Did you ever say, "I'm playing with absolute certainty"?
I was so enthralled and proud of myself to be in a band in high school.
Yes.
That I didn't care about anything else.
Is that the picture of you that I've seen in high school, like on somebody's lawn with a guitar
Yeah,
and like
absolute certainty,
basketball
yeah.
shirts?
Yes. Yeah, basketball. No, I was. I had fake glasses on too. Absolute Certainty was the first band. Sponge was the second band.
Sponge. Okay, that's a good name.
We were so devastated when the real band Sponge came out of Detroit and became very famous.
Right.
Third band was Porcelain.
Okay.
Fourth was
Porcelain's got like a very Radiohead vibe to it.
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And I regret to this day, Rob, if you're watching, we should have the first album. We should have his wife, girlfriend at the time. It created like Porcelainville,
Oh.
like a whole album cover.
Oh.
It was all a whole
Oh, neat.
town of, and I was such an idiot. I should have said yes to that. So
Can
stupid.
you imagine where you'd be?
Nowhere. I'd be in the same exact spot I am now.
Oh wow.
I was never meant to be a famous musician
Oh man.
or a magician. What else? Dead Letters, Serene, Mobius Loop.
I've seen Serene play
Yes.
live at the Bitter End fundraiser for After School Rocks.
You and dozens of others.
It was a great show.
Thank you.
Real Brave's own Don Albert, I think.
Yeah,
joined you guys.
he guest guitared.
Nice.
It was fun. We were a good band. We were a good band. Now that I went, do you want to go on how many band names you had?
Yeah, from earliest to most recent, I've been in Low Profile, Neon Phoenix,
Oh, that was very introspective. That was the time you were just like shoegazer. Were you in a shoegazer band?
No, I mean it was more classic rock than anything, and that I guess encapsulated the chest hair.
You guys had chest hair.
No, we did not have chest
Okay.
hair. We're in like 8th grade. But after that, it was Plumbus.
That's a thing on Rick and Morty.
That is I think it's Plumbus, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Years later, everybody's got a Plumbus.
Laughing.
How
Are you
is it
okay with
made?
this? Okay.
But
This is what we do, by the way. Okay.
Plumbus is a real word. It's an adjective to describe something that's made of lead, whose element name is plumbum in Latin. So we were a rock band. I think. I forget how that came. But Dan Bergman came up with that. You met him. And it stuck for a couple of years till we all graduated. And also Schwagadelics. Schwagadelics.
Before we go on, so I looked up Plumbuses.
How is it made?
Everyone has a Plumbus in their home. First, they take the dinglebob and they smooth it out
Right.
with a bunch of schleem.
You're looking it up. Okay.
And the schleem is then repurposed for later batches.
Right. So we never got to the schleem stage, but we did get to the stage at Rampo Indian Hills High School.
The first time I saw that, I almost died. I'm not even joking.
Because they do such a good, that's like how it's made on
Yeah,
Discovery Channel.
And it's such like a take on like those stupid shows. And I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and that was like one of the first shows I saw, and I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. Other people were probably like, what are you talking about? So to continue.
Schwagadelics.
That was like you're more kind of like you're getting into like more music and like we're really good stage. Yeah, the Schwagadelics. Okay.
It was a short-lived band, but we had won our senior year Battle of the Bands. We played 3 songs: Sgt. Pepper's, Into Gumbo by The Fish from Vermont, which I had arranged a full horn section for. And then Money by Pink Floyd. Yes.
But you didn't end with the song you insist on ending with. And you insist it's the show ender of all time.
What?
Hey Jude.
Oh, no, but it is a solid closer.
Okay. Next. Everybody's just on the edge of their seats right now.
Past that was the Kevin Bagar Quintet, and that was at Moravian College 10 years ago.
And since then, you are due for a band, my friend.
I am.
A band of heroes, all dressed in skirts.
I mean, since then, it's been like real brave gigs.
Yeah.
Like we did the Erskine Lakes Property Owners Association.
They have air conditioning now.
Do they really?
Yes.
Wait, you played at Alcoa? I worked there.
Yeah, we did.
Hilltop. They did like the benefit.
Dude, I was probably there. That's funny.
You might have been. I got video of that. That was a good show. That was a lot of fun.
Sweaty.
Oh my God, we're so sweaty.
So sweaty.
So hot.
Are you done with your band names?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Are you satisfied? Here's some more. We're getting into the top 4 now, right? Mm-hmm. Who are you? Yes. Did we? I got lost.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay. Number 4, My Generation. People try to put us down.
I know that those are the chords.
I don't think so either.
I thought for so long this is a Rolling Stone song.
Ah!
I did not know it was the Who song.
Generation chords.
Baby, try to put us down.
Talking about my generation. Yeah, G, G, F, F. Yeah, down, 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 down. People try to put us down. Just because they get around. Is that my generation? Cool. Released in 1978. Named Rolling Stone's 11th greatest rock and roll song of all time. My Generation captures a raw sense of youthful rebellion.
Yeah, it's one of those songs that they knew was going to be a timeless classic hit because My Generation could apply to any generation. back
Yeah.
then it was applying to what is now the baby boomers generation.
Yes. Remember that time when Jessica called me a baby boomer?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Oof. I know that you're Gen X. And,
I am Gen X, very much so.
I'm a millennial myself, and everything I know I learned from YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
The I hope I die before I get old has become a mantra for every youth culture.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I think Gen Z is just saying, I hope I die. And that's it.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I wrong? Okay, cool.
I would think like
It's a
the
lot of
Gen X.
moroseness.
We brought like the morbidity to music.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like all the stupid bands, the Creeds and all the idiots like that.
Yeah.
So they're more like we brought in that like my daddy's not here, my mommy's not here,
Right.
and
So Gen X is like music of the late 70s,
Yeah.
80s,
but
early
like
90s.
our music when we were like in our 20s and 30s when we took over rock and roll,
Right.
was partly hair metal, and
But it was also
partly grunge.
grunge, yeah.
Mostly grunge.
Yeah.
That's when I was 18.
Yeah.
We saved music.
Yeah,
You're
and,
welcome.
and then we killed it.
And then you killed it.
My bad.
And your generation demolished it. Thank you. Oh no, it could be coming back actually.
You get the
There's some cool stuff
The
happening.
Wolfpack is cool. They're
I
new.
like that. How old are they? They're millennials, aren't
They're
they?
younger than me. Yeah.
I like Billie Eilish. She's very sad, but I think it's some interesting stuff going on there.
Yeah.
She's very young. What is she? 19? Something like that. Who cares?
Gen Zers in the house. You're supposed to know this stuff.
Yeah, you're supposed to be like, "Oh, shh."
19.
Yeah.
She's
thank you.
19. I probably shouldn't know that. Whatever. Number 3, Behind Blue Eyes. I have brown eyes, so I don't know what it's like behind blue eyes.
Oh, I do.
You have sparkling blue eyes. I've seen them many times.
It's it's good.
Crystal clear, sparkling blue eyes. I stare into them
They're
every
in
day.
such high demand. Like I gotta constantly be on guard for eye thieves poaching outside my apartment with those melon ballers.
Yeah, gotta look out.
Yeah, they fetch a high price in the black
Who has the blue eyes in your family?
market. Be me and my mom.
Okay,
That's it.
your dad have brown eyes.
Brown eyes.
Really?
Yep. My
Brown-eyed
sisters-
boy?
My sisters and my brother have brown eyes. Yeah.
Melissa has green eyes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Neat.
I have brown eyes. I ruined it. All my kids have brown eyes. Blew it. We blew it. I blew it. One of the Who's most covered songs, 1971's Behind Blue Eyes, exemplifies Townsend's. Again, Townsend has written all this. He should be the Who. I mean, like, Daltrey sang all the songs, but did he do anything? I don't know. Is he like the Taylor Swift of. No, she wrote songs, I guess. Is she some cover. Is he the. Who is Daltrey in this band? He's just a singer.
Yeah.
Does he write any songs? Does anybody know that?
I think he was a lyricist.
I think Townsend wrote most of the lyrics.
Yeah, it's the majority of the work was by
The sweet, sad melancholy of the opening ultimately turns angry. Powerful. No one knows what it's like to be Daltrey, to be a singer who doesn't write any songs. Somebody's getting very angry at me right now. Pete Townsend has explained that he's never behaved like a typical rock star when he is on tour, according to the words here.
Never behaved like a rock star. While
Especially when he
he
became to certain groups of ease,
Yeah.
and which he tried to avoid.
Well, that's how he's lasted this long.
Yeah, he says it was a run-in with a group of E's.
A group of what? Ease?
a group of E's.
Oh, group. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Is that?
That was the impetus for this song.
Oh, interesting.
So what did he do? He's like, "What you guys doing?"
I guess we could revisit that. Who should be more concerned when your rock star husband goes out on tour? If he was a good boy.
I guess.
I actually think an anecdote of that song was that he was like praying that he would have the willpower to not cheat on his wife with a groupie. I read it on.
If you have to pray for the willpower to not cheat on your wife, should you be married in the first place?
Yeah. You know, it's a value set that you got to bring into a relationship, I guess.
True.
He was depending on God to figure out that relationship.
God has been
Jesus,
saved.
take the wheel.
Yeah, God has saved many a relationship. So that's Behind Blue Eyes. Amazing song. What can I say? It's definitely pretty awesome. 1971. So that's 50 years ago. Man. Number 2, Won't Get Fooled Again. Cynicism has never sounded as good as it does on Won't Get Fooled Again, according to...
Did we skip one?
I think we did.
Did we skip Who Are You?
I think we did.
Briefly, the first and last time I heard that song was on the intro to CSI. Not CSI Miami.
Yes.
But the original CSI. Who are you?
Yeah, there was the opening song, wasn't it?
Yep. But now CSI Miami with David Caruso has got this one. Won't Get Fooled Again.
So Who Are You? We definitely skipped it because I didn't read any of the stuff. Who Are You was number 5. Sorry about that. And it was the last song recorded before Keith Moon's death.
Wow.
Keith Moon was a maniac. He thought guy from Led Zeppelin was crazy. But yeah, this guy was insane. Won't Get Fooled Again. So yeah, huge. Another huge chord. Yeah, screaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Who Are You?
that's Who Are You. Won't Get Fooled Again. I'm just repeating myself. Won't Get Fooled Again.
Won't
We'll
Get
see if
Fooled
we can get flagged.
Mariah Carey.
We're doing that.
Mariah
100%.
Carey.
Because I won't be here for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, meet the new boss, same as the old boss, Kevin. Part of some of the lyrics there.
Oh.
So with his lyrics, he's talking about experience, but he's also telling stories. You know, like uprising, anger in a generation. Talks about love lost, love gained. And I have a good friend who's like really, really into the Who because of the lyrics and what they mean,
Okay.
and of course the music. Keith Moon's an insane drummer. You ever listen to him like just go off, like what he actually does on the drum set?
No.
Yeah, you really listen to it. He's like all over like the place. Like he's never really playing a beat. He's just kind of just like a dun 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 dun, psh, psh, you know, like
Right.
and then he plays a beat for a little bit, it goes off. John Bonham was just like a beast on on like the kick drum and what he did with like long fills.
Right.
But Keith Moon was just all over the place with what he did.
Yeah, and you hear that in this song. A lot of those fills, definitely. And again, this speaks to the technical ability of each member of the band. Skills to be envied, but skills to be learned with us through Practice Pad.
That's right. If you go to practice-pad.com, you can sign up for lessons and learn with that guy.
Yes, it's like a good little mini plug.
I like that.
Yeah.
We're down to number 1.
Oh man! Wow.
That went quick.
All right.
We got to keep these a little shorter.
Sure.
And
When we have other stuff planned.
we do?
No, when we do.
Oh, when we do, yes. This song is definitely one of my favorite songs of all time. And it's probably the only reason why I like this band. Townsend intended this song to be a comment on the dangers of excess, yet its refrain became a celebratory rallying cry instead. So, of course, this is none other than Bob O'Reilly.
Right. Which, yes, excellent song. Strange name for a song.
It comes from his.
where does that come from?
He followed somebody named Meher Baba.
Okay.
He was a spiritual guru, and
Was he Irish?
I don't know. I do not know anything about that. But this is one of the first times a keyboard synthesizer was used to form the
Yeah.
rhythm of a rock song rather than employing it as a lead instrument.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like, yeah.
It's in
Something
no,
like
it's
that.
not in the right key. This has it as ukulele.
Mm-hmm. You gotta know what to search for. Bob O'Reilly keyboard PDF.
Ah,
Boom. Got it. It starts with the. There we go.
DAGC.
I can't read this.
Something like that.
Oh, right, because it's got like a lot of delay. and stuff.
But my favorite part of that is
Yeah.
over that. It's so awesome. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Out here in the fields.
Yeah, that's it.
Out here in the fields, I fight for my meals. That's so great. And then you see like bands do that, like Pearl Jam did a great version of that live once. I like almost lost my mind. It's just such a cool thing because you have that drone going on.
Yeah.
And then you have those chords happening, and like the bassist is kind of laying back, and then you got the drums.
It's a really good example of texture.
Such a great song.
Yeah, it's anthemic, but it's also again just like very well written, always well performed, and yeah, it's a great example of like those drone textures that you don't really. It's not often the keyboard's role; it's more a bass role. But yeah.
Yeah, love it, love it, love it.
Great tune.
And 100% their greatest song. Definitely one of my favorite songs of all time. I don't know where that lists. So I think we need to do that one day. Top 10 songs or top 5 songs of all time. That's a tough list.
It's a very objective list.
Well, like, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
Or subjective.
Yes.
Objective. The objective is to make a subjective list.
Right.
All right. Cool. And Bob O'Reilly might be on there. Who knows? I performed it a couple times live too. It's such a energetic song for like a.
You know what else the song that is?
Yeah.
Song is that? Come on, Greg.
Greg doesn't understand what's happening. He's like, what am I doing here? That's today's show. We've done the top 10 songs of The Who. We've celebrated Pete Townshend's 75th birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Peter. Big fan of the show.
Yep.
Huge fan.
If you're watching, please give us money.
Yeah.
So that we can play your music.
Tell somebody that this exists.
Yeah.
Please. And tune in next week. Something's going to happen. We're going to try to get back to our interview series. I think
cool.
we did we announce the Reels winner?
We
were supposed to do it last week and we didn't do it.
We didn't do it last week. I believe the winner. Should I?
Yeah.
Do I have the right student in my brain? I don't have that information.
Well,
right.
the instructor was Kathy.
Kathy. Congratulations.
Kathy won $250,
Yes.
but we don't know the student name.
I'll tell you right now. It feels
every-
like so long ago because we have another.
We have another one coming. So we did a TikTok concert, and just to have some fun, we wanted to up the ante. We wanted to give $100 to whoever had the most likes, shares, and comments. The first time around, Kenneth H. won. Interviewed him a couple weeks ago. We did it on Reels, on Instagram. A huge success. These videos were liked and shared tens of thousands of times. So incredible. I think we had like 50,000 views for some of the videos in total. And really helped us out because this past year has been like a big punch in the face to most businesses. So it was nice to be able to provide that service for the kids. We weren't able to play live. This was the first time we were able to do something performance-wise. And so on Reels, Kathy and her student played a wonderful violin rendition of something. And the student's name whoever that is, received a $100 gift card. And the student's name is?
Sophia.
Sophia.
Sophia A. from Queens.
Sophia A.
Way to
well
go.
done.
That was
we haven't
pretty.
sent it out yet, but we will eventually.
Yes.
And
We have to.
we have to. A little bit behind. Things are happening. But that's it for today. So next week, join us next week, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll go over some more top 10s, some more musical things, 2 musicians in a room talking about music. Sign up for Practice Pair where you can get online lessons with a live instructor. It's better than Zoom. It destroys everything. It's incredible. And it's very affordable. Kevin, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
All right. We'll see you next week here on
Real Brave Live.